Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Instructor Dwayne Jenkins, and in today's lesson we're going to talk about 7 tips on how to keep yourself playing guitar every day.
Audio Jungle.
Now, as we know, learning guitar is not always easy. It sometimes seems like it is when we watch people play it. We watch people play some chords. We think, hey, I can do that, Then we try it and we find out, whoa, this ain't quite as easy as we thought it was, And so a lot of times it's actually harder than we thought it could be. And so being that that's the case, it's sometimes harder to stay motivated to practice every day, to keep the guitar in our hand playing every day, because it's not as easy as we think it is, But if you follow a few simple steps, it'll help you to keep playing guitar every day. So we're going to look at 7 steps here that we can do, okay? So the first tip, we'll just say call them steps, tips, whatever you want to call them. Okay, we'll just call them tips, whatever. Anyway. All right, so number 1, we want to set a goal, okay? Set a goal for what it is you want to accomplish with the guitar. This is very, very important. I was just talking to students about this today. He knew all kinds of stuff, but he just wasn't quite sure on what he was doing and how he wanted to do it, things like that, which is very common, okay? And the way to correct this is to set a goal. What is it that you want to accomplish, okay? Do you want to accomplish playing in a band? Do you want to accomplish playing, recording in a studio? Do you want to accomplish writing songs? Do you want to accomplish, playing for friends and family around a campfire? What is it you want to accomplish with the guitar? Okay, you set that goal, now you have a destination. I've talked about this in many of my videos, and the reason why is because I run into a lot of students who have this issue. They just don't know what to do. They're bombarded with information. It's very, and especially in today's digital world with, YouTube and everything, we're just bombarded with information. We get confused, don't know what to do, too much information, okay? So set a goal. Set a goal, figure out what you want to accomplish. That's tip number 1, okay? Tip number 2. Write it down and put it at a place you can see it. Because if you write it down and then you toss it aside or set it aside and other people's papers get put on it or whatever, you're not going to see it and you're going to get all about it, okay? It's a good thing to set a goal, maybe put it just on a Post-it note and set it in places that you're going to see it. Maybe like in the mirror in the bathroom when you get up in the morning to take a shower and get ready for the day. You see that posted on the mirror and it lets you get focused. You say, that's what I'm playing the guitar for. Put it in your studio where you practice guitar or on your computer, anywhere. It doesn't really matter where you put it. Just put it somewhere that you're going to see it. And it's going to keep you reminding of why it is you're doing what it is you're doing. It's just a quick little reminder, okay? All right, step number 3, tip number 3. Okay, you want to devise an action plan to get you there, okay? I was talking to a student about this today as well. We're talking about, I told him take a piece of paper and write it down. Write down your goal and then write down what it is you have to do to get there. What is your plan of action to reach that goal? What are your steps? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, okay? Like if you want to get better, let's say you want to be a professional, songwriter. Well, you have to figure out your genre of music. You got to be good at rhythm. You got to be good at melody. You got to be good at writing songs. There's a lot of different things you got to be good at. Write that stuff down on a piece of paper and look at it. It gives you kind of like a mind map, okay? It gives you like a blueprint. It's like a home builder. They don't just build a home by putting a bunch of wood together and cement. They don't do that. They follow a blueprint. They look at the blueprint and they say, okay, this goes here, dimensions here, this is that, and it gets built the way it's supposed to be built. So you want to do that with your guitar playing, okay? Knowing what to practice on a daily basis is very, very important. It can really impact your ability to stay focused and motivated on a daily basis, okay? So definitely keep track of that, all right? That'll really help you learning a lot, okay? Very, very important, okay? Because we want to stay motivated. I hope I learn how to talk. We want to stay motivated to keep practicing, keep playing the guitar every day. We just got to do it. Put the guitar somewhere where you have it and you can, mess with it. Have it in your hand. Even if you have it in your hand and you're tinkering it with like this, that's better than not having it in your hand, okay? So devise an action plan to get you there. Okay? All right, number 4. Put that plan into action on a daily basis at once. Now, it doesn't do you any good to write out an action plan if you don't put it into practice, okay? And try to do that as soon as possible so you get the ball rolling, okay? Gotta stay motivated, stay working on that goal every day, okay? Once you figured it out that you can implement it, implement it, you can get focused on what's needed to be learned, okay? And just start with a few things. Don't take on too much at one time or you'll get overwhelmed. Just keep it simple, okay? All right, number 5, design a productive place to practice, okay? That's very important because of the fact that it keeps your mind focused, okay? If you have a place where you can be undisturbed for at least 20-30 minutes, you'd be amazed how much you could really accomplish if you practice just 20 minutes a day, okay? What happens to a lot of people is they'll practice for like 2 hours hard for one day, and then they won't practice for 2 more days, 3 days, you know? And all that practice, it starts to diminish over time, okay? But if you just practice a little bit every day, you stay consistent, okay? It builds on itself. So remember that. It's far better to practice a little bit every day than to practice a lot every other day, 2-3 hours, and then not practice for another 2-3 days, That doesn't do any good because all that you built up will start to diminish over time, okay? So make sure that you practice a little bit every day, okay? Number 6, keep it fun. Practicing guitar should not be a chore. It should be something that you enjoy. It should be something that you have fun with, okay? And this is why it's important to have goals, and it's important to have a plan of action, because then you're focused on what you need to work on. What happens to a lot of people is they don't have this, they're not set with their goals, and so they bounce around doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, they get bored, and and then they're not motivated to keep doing it every day, It's every day, it's the everyday thing that you have to do, okay? That's gonna make all the difference, okay? But you gotta make it fun. You gotta keep it fun, because if you don't keep it fun, you're not gonna stick with it. And it's really up to you to make that happen. You have to make that happen. You have to be the one to make it fun. Like me, I love playing guitar. I love playing guitar. I love teaching guitar, and I make it fun every time, And if it's not fun, then I'm doing it. But I always make it fun, because it's not always easy. I didn't say it would be easy, because it isn't. But you can make it fun if you put your mind to it, okay? And number 7, the most important thing of them all, the most important step, whatever you want to call it, stay consistent, okay? Because like I told you a little bit ago, if you practice really hard for a couple, let's say one day you practice for 2 hours and you accomplish a lot of stuff. You work on your rhythm, you work on your melody, you work on your songwriting, you work on this, you work on that, music theory, blah, 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 blah. That's great. But if you don't pick up the guitar for the next 3 days, what happens is all that you built up starts to diminish over time. And then by the time you go to practice the guitar again, it's like you're starting all over again, That's why it's so important to play the guitar at least a little bit every day if you can. Pick up the guitar for 10 minutes, anything to just keep the ball rolling, It's kind of like putting one foot in front of the other every day, Even if you were going to go across town and walk, it would take you a while, but if you were putting one foot in front of the other every day, you're going to get there, okay? You've got to be consistent, Without it, you won't get there. You'll fail, you'll quit, and it's just the way it is. So you've got to stay consistent, okay? Very, very important, okay? Now, if you need help with goal setting, I have a free training guide on that. I'll put a link below the video, okay? If you need help with practice routine, I also have a free training guide on that. I'll put that in the link below. Make sure that you check that out, because that's going to really help you out if you need it, okay? And that's why I designed it, because a lot of people need that stuff, all right? And it's free. It's not going to cost you anything. Just click on the link below, and you'll be able to get it, okay? So, once again, make sure that you stay consistent. Make sure you have a place to practice. Practice a little bit every day. Keep it fun. Get you a lesson plan. Set you some goals, and you will be set. I guarantee it. Okay? So in conclusion, let's follow these 7 steps. I guarantee you can't go wrong when it comes to getting better. I guarantee it. It's what I do all the time. It's helped me to keep going. Been going for a long time, and I'm going to keep going until I'm pushing up daisies, Because that's what I love about music. You can just do it until you can't do it anymore. It's great. It's fun. You just got to keep it fun. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. But if you have a goal, you have a plan of action, you can get there. I guarantee it. Just take it a little step at a time, and don't try to push it too much, okay? So go ahead and do that. And like I said, if there's something I left out or you want to add to the discussion, leave me comments below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be able to answer your questions. Be sure to check out my website at Dwayne'sGuitarLessons.com, where I got a lot of great stuff. Join my guitar club, where you'll get some free insider tips and training that I've learned over the years, and some just a lot of good information there. So go ahead and check that out. And like I said, subscribe to the channel, like it, ring the bell for the notifications of future videos, and keep practicing. Just have that guitar in your hand every day. Keep playing. I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. Keep playing, having fun, and get through it, and then you'll see that you're going to be a great guitar player. All right? So until our next lesson, you, my friend, take care, and I'll see you then.